This Hangout on Air is live! Alright! After our brief hiatus, that apparently our last podcast just failed to launch, and all workarounds for not having a podcast also failed to launch. So I guess we're
Is that what happened?
So apparently on the last Monday I was busy, and Nick God apparently just... I was like, hey Nick God, can you do this? And never responded. So we just didn't have a podcast. It's just kind of... We went on winter holiday. That's what happened.
Yes, totally
Sounds
planned.
like Nick God.
So
Actually,
then,
I wouldn't have been there anyway, but yeah.
I was like, hey, I posted on the Facebook group. I was like, hey, just send me a video of you saying Happy Holidays from Radio Statler, or I don't know, like, fuck off, Beach, you stupid dick. Like, either one would have been acceptable. I just was gonna like mix all together and put them on YouTube, so we at least had something. And that also didn't happen. And then this podcast was like, oh, it's time for oh shit. It's too late. Like, we can't do anything. It's done. We have nothing.
I think we have our title.
For this, but it's done. We have nothing. Like, that's...
Yeah, they can't see me.
We have nothing.
I'm going to plug... I will unplug the light. Hold on. Jeez.
We have a title.
I don't know. We'll see if that actually ends up being our actual title.
I mean, we have a title card.
I apologize. I have, like, roommates and stuff.
Quick, get a...
Do we have, like, the same desk?
What?
I used to have one of those.
Yeah, this is the same desk from the last place. Like when you move, usually like move your furniture with you.
Yeah, well, I never really saw. Never really saw your desk. You were always at your desk.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we could never see it. We were always looking at you from your desk.
I see.
Right.
But we have, I think, similar styles, but not the exact same desk. So very cool. It's awesome.
I don't know.
So they're cousins.
I gotta
This is
say,
like glass and metal.
right.
Can desks be real if our work isn't real?
I
Stop
gotta
going
say, I
Animatrix
find
on
it
us.
funny.
There we go.
This is at least the second time one of us has been doing this while we're moving in to a new place.
I mean, we've been doing this for over a year. It's bound to happen.
InfoSec.
In my case, I might be moving out of a new place.
But I mean, this time it's Johnny. One of our very first episodes was done by me sitting in the corner of what is now my bedroom, using a folding chair and a pelican case as furniture.
The very first episode was now. I'm now in my third place since the podcast started. It's the very first one.
Yeah, but usually we don't see you like moving in and assembling furniture.
Or doing human things.
Yeah, it's been different here because this place is this is more of like a real place, and I think the people who lived here, like, is this how other people live? Maybe you can help me. Nothing was fixed. It seems like ever, like
Yeah.
like even
that
little,
happens.
like this like the
So it's a hacker house.
the nuts. This like a bolt fell out of this thing. Like nobody got a new bolt. Like there was like broken stuff in the refrigerator that
just
you
like
could order and replace, and it just wasn't. And it's like, do like non-engineer people just go, oh, well, that's broke now, so we have to broke it.
Maybe they also knew they were selling it to a hacker. They're like, it's broken. I'll let him figure it out.
No, it's not even like figure it out. It's just like go on the internet and buy the thing that broke.
You're asking too much from the American
part to
public.
the hardware store and say, hey, do you have any of these?
Like, I can understand, like, you can't find this thing anymore, I'm going to have to make one, and yeah, that's a weird situation. But this is like, oh, the drawer in the refrigerator cracked. Most appliance stores sell or can order me this.
Yeah.
And it's something that just comes in and out that, like, an invalid could handle. Why? Is this how, like, everyone lives, or were these people crazy?
Why not both?
Yeah. I mean...
Like, I've been here a week, and the whole week has been spent, like, I can't move stuff into, like, half the rooms because there's, like, critical things in those rooms that need to be replaced first.
Yeah, I think most people, they just sort of wait until everything breaks down enough that they can get like a contractor in to renovate.
But this is like refrigerator parts.
Yeah, I know. And they were like, it's still good enough. We'll just wait until the whole thing breaks down, and then we'll buy a new fridge.
And the fridge is only like 20 years old. It's not even like an old fridge.
I mean, I have a friend who still has one of those huge, ancient, like 1950s refrigerators with like the actual like handle that you have to pull to unlatch the door.
Yeah, like,
and that thing's still running.
Yeah, but I don't use that as my primary refrigerator. My dad's got one of the icebox ones where you actually have to put like the block of ice in it.
Wow, yeah.
And it works.
Yeah, as long as you got ice.
Yeah, but is it on the internet?
It was
Do we have an Internet of Things icebox?
I can easily do that. You just lay a temperature sensor or something.
Yeah. Just drop a couple of temperature sensors in there, wired up to a Raspberry Pi.
Give it a Twitter account, and you're good.
It's already electrical, because it was one of the hybrid ones where you still had to put the block of ice in it, but then it had like a cooling unit on top that sort of like it couldn't get cold enough. It couldn't get freezing on its own, but it could make the ice last a bit longer.
Huh.
So it was like I don't know what they called it. I called it hybrid.
Whoever built that was trying to put my great-grandfather out of a job.
Did it work? Is he still employed?
Well, he's dead, so...
That all worked out for the best, I think.
Yeah.
It sucked to be that old.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people old enough to have been working as icemen at the time. And also possibly have emigrated due to being a Fenian.
Was your grandpa a superhero? Was he Iceman? Was he on X-Men?
No, but he was a world record holder for the mile.
What do you do?
Nowhere near as good as he.
Not run at all?
These days, yeah.
Right.
I bet you don't haul ice anywhere, do you?
No, not really. I did used to be able to manage...
Just running the mile.
I did used to be able to manage about a 4-minute mile, though.
You sold your car.
Yes, then I had to sell the car.
Because it was terrible, so.
No,
you could probably revive that business model. Get a bunch of hipster kids in Brooklyn to start paying for the Iceman again, because like it's better coldness, like how vinyl is better sound.
I should hold Windex and beer together. Like that's not going to result in that situation, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say you should be careful there, Johnny.
I had somebody comment today on how clean my laptop was, and that just made me feel like I don't do anything with my life. Like nobody should have a clean laptop.
Everyone should have a clean laptop. Everyone
should have a
clean
laptop. Clean desk. Like you could tell, how fake somebody is by how clean their desk is. It's like that.
Yeah. Like how much do you not do?
Yeah.
So I guess that means that I'm like the realest person ever, because my desk is a shithole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it means you do things.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason why I ever have an empty spot on my desk is because that's what I use to shoot my lockpicking videos.
Oh, I didn't show off my shirt.
I saw your shirt.
Yeah, so it's but it's from the Chicago chapter.
Yes.
I made the Chicago flag on the back.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see it. Is it showing up?
Yeah, it's showing up.
All right. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. They gave that to me.
Nice.
They are awesome guys.
They are.
So you're saying that Chicago has a flag?
Don't all cities have
Chicago
flags?
does have a flag.
I feel like every city has a flag.
Most cities do.
Does DC have a flag?
Yeah.
I would be weird if it didn't.
They do.
DC
Hold
Flag,
on,
that was
hold
a
on.
record label, I think.
I think, I bet your
Jesus
town.
Christ. Yeah, DC has a flag.
I bet your town
Yeah.
has a.
It's
New York has a
what?
flag. Where's your flag?
2 red stripes with 3 red stars on top.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
I used to go out with someone from
Oh,
Chicago who had the flag tattooed on them. So
Oh wow,
I
that's,
didn't-
Yeah,
that's kind of.
I don't know whether. Yeah, there's something about the Chicago flag. Like, it's a big thing to put on everything, especially to get tattooed on you.
It's
Like, I
kinda
think
weird.
that's a Chicago. I don't see anyone with, like, the New York flag tattooed on them.
Well, that one, the New York City flag is actually quite intricate. So I think you'd have to really try to find someone who could do it.
Yeah, but then would it make a cool tattoo? Or even when it's done, would you be like, what the fuck is this?
I think the latter.
It's more on the latter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
I guess maybe
it's
the
like-
tattoo.
It's like
They like
3.
that.
It's like a tricolor with like a really really complicated old timey seal
Yeah.
of like a Native American and a pilgrim and
Oh, okay. So it'd be,
some.
oh yeah, I know what it is. And see if you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, what are you about? What is going on? Especially if nobody
Yeah.
knows the flag. Like the Chicago flag, everyone knows at least.
Right.
And plus, it's easy to do things like this with. Like people usually
Yeah,
take-
yeah.
and they'll
Mhm.
change the symbols to something else like that in the tattoo. So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, actually, ShmooCon last year, some of the people from the DC chapter had custom shirts where they did the similar thing with the DC flag, and they replaced the stars with the Tool lock logo.
Okay. So like this.
Yeah, yeah, similar idea. But I think they had theirs on the front
Oh, okay.
instead of on the back. So they,
Not bad.
yeah, not as.
Big
I
stuff
think
should be in the back.
I think they got a better deal if they did all the printing on one side or
Oh
something. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's like, yeah. When I do my shirts and I do both sides, it's almost double the cost. Even if all I'm getting is a little logo on the front, like
Right.
like if I got to flip that shirt over, it's double.
Yeah.
Well, it is
Yeah.
them doing the same amount of work over again.
Right, but I do
with
it
the machine.
because it's quality craftsmanship, and that's important.
Yes,
Indeed.
because
I
you
get
care.
it for free.
New York City, we've been talking about possibly doing some raid jackets.
That like ponchos. Or
Like the government style,
trench
like
Oh,
the
okay,
FBI
yeah.
windbreaker.
We call those dad jackets. That's what we call them. That was when the hipster movement first started in like the late '90s. That was the hipster thing to do. It was to not shave. Like there wasn't no fancy mustaches. It was the ugliest beard you could grow, and then you'd wear a dad jacket and corduroy pants. That was the first hipster fashion, at least in Chicago, late '90s. And that's when the word hipster started being used to refer to those people. So it was definitely like the hipster fashion, and we called them dad jackets because everyone's dad had these windbreakers, and they had some construction company screened on the back.
Right.
Or when you bought them that NASCAR day.
Yeah.
See if you can get them instead of those. See if you can get them to agree to do like some nice pleather vests like the Warriors.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've got to actually wear these things on occasion.
That's right.
Yeah, so you go out, you wear those things, no shirts. You get some nice afros grown in. Play the music and do
There
some
you go.
marching. I think
There you go.
that'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that got
Martha
me.
Minsky died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, it's been like a shitty month for people dying.
It has
Yeah.
been.
I gotta yell at
And we also lost Side Pocket just now, apparently.
No, he's been missing for a while.
Oh, okay. I just noticed.
He was unmobile. But,
Right.
So yeah, Marvin Minsky.
Yeah. I believe he was one of the founders of the MIT AI lab.
Gotta get powered. Yeah.
Yeah. 1959, co-founded the MIT AI lab, or at the time it was the Artificial Intelligence Project, and they later renamed it to the AI lab. worked with John McCarthy. Basically created sort of the first people to call themselves hackers.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was the PDP computers that they had were like some of the first hacked systems where people were going and figuring out how to port Unix to them. What was it? Space Wars was born out of that.
Porting Unix to something is not a modern hipster thing. It's been around since the 50s.
It's been around since the late 60s anyway.
These guys have been porting Unix to things since before it was cool, before the Internet of Shit.
Yep. I mean, that's the whole reason why we had Stephen Levy keynoting at Hope several years ago was the book that he wrote covering primarily the work that Minsky and the other people at MIT were doing back in the 50s and 60s.
I thought when they were getting all that fiber that we ran out of the stairway back there, they just found like sleeping there and were oh shit, done. We don't have to call Adam Savage back.
Now, I think he was the year before Adam Savage.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
What was it? I think he was keynoting the same year that Mitnick did his second keynote.
Mitnick was cool the first year he was there, and then kind of quickly went downhill.
Yeah, well, I mean, the second year he was mostly there pitching his books.
Right. No, that was the first year. Oh, no, that was the second year.
That was the second year.
The first year he had no books, because he had, gotten out of prison.
Just gotten out.
Although it seems like you can write a book in prison. Like, what else are you doing?
Yeah.
What's up with that OJ movie? Do you know what angle they're going to take on that?
I don't know, and I don't particularly want to know.
I'm sure it'll be entirely dignified and worthy of the mental clock cycles it takes to discuss its existence.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a total class act.
So long after the trial. Like, that happened when I was in junior high, like 7th grade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, nobody... Is he even alive anymore?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh,
Possibly
yeah.
back in... Possibly...
He went to jail for something...
Yeah. It was something about, apparently he got in a fight with a memorabilia guy at a hotel.
Somebody stole a bunch of stuff of his from a storage unit and was selling it, and he was at some I think he was doing autographs at a sports memorabilia trade show and caught wind of oh yeah, there's this guy who's got all this one of a kind stuff, and OJ was like, that's all stuff I had, and went to his room with a bodyguard with a gun and wanted the dude over a signed football.
I never caught the full details of that, but I remember it was something along those lines.
I remember laughing a lot at it.
He was having some sort of dispute with this guy that was selling old memorabilia. I never found out whether it was legitimately acquired or what, but
it went down in a hotel room, at
yeah. I remember that bit.
Because if you're gonna steal a bunch of crap from a guy, steal a bunch of crap from someone who's very probably a murderer and is at an event that you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steal it from the dude who is famous for murdering people and not getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Although his lawyer I think his lawyer Johnny Cochran was dead by that point.
Yeah, Cochran was dead by then.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. He did just as good a job.
But unfortunately, that New York Times obituary that I sent you guys has one of the most unfortunate bylines in tech reporting. If you go all the way to the bottom of the article, John Markoff contributed reporting.
Oh.
Although, frankly,
Ooh,
just about
you need to
anyone in mainstream tech journalism is pretty much useless. They don't seem to understand what the actual tech reporting is supposed to be.
I do like that it's in very fine print at the end of the article, though, like almost apologetically, like, yeah,
Yes.
John Markoff contributed reporting. Just, putting that out there.
Yeah, just gonna slip that in.
I met
So,
a dude. Oh, hope I don't need that. I was at DEF CON last year at the tiki bar, whose name I can't remember now. Frankie's. You guys know what I'm talking about?
no fucking clue.
No,
I don't leave
I've
my
never
house enough.
I've never been. So
It's like super off strip. It holds like 20 people. It is amazing, and you run into like all the people who have no interest in hanging out at DEF CON go down there. And so I ran into a CNN reporter who does tech reporting, who was there covering DEF CON, and he was on top of his game, and he gave a shit, and I had some really good conversations with him, and so he was cool, which was weird. And I came at him on the offensive too, and like I was kind of a dick to him at first. And then they're like, "This is a tech reporter for CNN," and I was like, "Oh, I was just kidding." And that was cool.
The article came out, and it was, I met Johnny Xmas from the internet, and he was a jerk to me.
Yeah, pretty much. And then this other girl's name, Jose Pagliari is his name.
okay.
Jose Pagliari, Gliery. He's on Twitter a lot. He is a good tech dude. He does what he's saying. I like him. And then there was a woman who I talked to a bit when people were like not getting the point of the TSA keys thing, and, or like just straight up like misrepresenting what happened, like having improper timelines and stuff.
Right.
And there was one woman I corrected who like not only went back and changed her article, but like added it as an addendum to the bottom, so like you could still say. So she was like, "Here's where you're wrong. Here's the corrected information at the bottom." And then she went back and forth with me on Twitter for a while about it, like super interested in getting the right information, and she was the only one who got the concept right, like the whole anti-backdoor thing.
Right.
And you're sure she was a tech journalist?
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
Now, somewhere find her right now. But yeah, she was also on top of the game. It's like there's a few good ones out there, but the vast majority of the stuff is just garbage. That's what made me so angry about everybody like writing up art. And this is what I want to talk about at the panel at Hope if we get accepted. Is like I had so many of my tweets just like posted in tech articles about the TSA key things without anyone ever even attempting to contact me for like a quote, like nothing. Like they were just throwing my tweets down. And like, so that's what tech journalism now is. It's just, let's watch Twitter and then see how many tweets we can use before we fill up a page, and then you have a story.
Right.
Like, cool. What was it? 8 tweets? We got 8 tweets. That's lunch. And yeah.
Awesome.
And nobody tried to contact me. You know who tried to contact me? Like college journals, like school magazines. Like those were the ones who reached out to me. Like no professionals whatsoever. The professionals were just like, oh, here's some stuff that was on the internet. Here's probably what it means. We're not sure, but we're not going to ask either. So
whatever.
Enjoy your day. Yeah.
Well, the college kids in journalism class, they just haven't gotten to the lesson yet where they teach you, just steal shit from Twitter and repost it.
Yeah, they haven't learned that they're doing too much work yet.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is this, the 40s? You work in the beat?
See here, Scoop.
Coats?
Get down off that 23 skidoo and get onto that Twitter, you hear?
Twitter was like the Telegraph still.
Yeah.
Limited to 140 characters because that took you an hour to get out.
No, the real wire services.
Because birds would constantly interfere with the signal.
I know the real wire services.
Mm-hmm.
Back when everything was run by mechanical teletype, using a punched tape.
Wires, and that's how you got your news. Over the news wire. There was a show called Newswire that didn't use news wires,
which is kind of weird. But then most TV shows don't really bother having any relevance to their name anymore.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm gonna find this girl, because I feel bad plugging Jose and not her.
Well, while you look for that, I gotta find somewhere to submit a talk that I can actually get to.
Jenna McLaughlin. But may immediately interrupt. Yeah, she's at The Intercept now.
Right. Yeah, actually, I think she was the one that did the Intercept article about the TSA keys.
Yes, that was her, right. And that's the article I'm talking about, where they had it wrong and then came back, fixed it all, talked to us.
Yep. And I remember because a couple of the other people who were involved in working on that stuff asked me to proofread their replies.
Yeah, don't matter. That might have mattered 5 years ago.
Well, more making sure that they're actually communicating their point clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of us are bad at that.
Yeah. Well, it's the same problem of anything else where you know what you're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So
not Mike, no. What I do is I talk and I put pieces together later.
Right.
I'll watch my talks and I'm like, what's going on? And a lot of people who are like, hey man, great talk, and I'm like, cool. I am glad you liked it. I couldn't even watch my own talks until last year. Now I think they're funny, which is that narcissistic? Is that weird when you think you're funny?
I think a lot of people think that they are funny.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily make it true, but...
Right.
It's a bad trait.
True and accurate are kind of the things that talks are supposed to be and rarely are.
What if you are funny but also think you're funny?
Confirmation bias.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that I think most people think that they're funny if they're trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think maybe most people, when they make a bad joke or something doesn't go over well, they can perceive it unless they're a little aspy.
Yeah,
but I think usually you tell not by oh, that was bad. I don't think a lot of people are oh, that was a bad joke because they're being introspective. I think they're oh, the people obviously didn't like that. I should probably not do that again.
Yeah. It's more,
that reaction was bad, therefore that was probably bad. Not so much, oh, that was just terrible, why did I say that?
Yeah.
Everything is terrible, everything I do.
Is that an offensive term, by the way?
What?
Can we say aspie? Can we no longer say aspie?
I mean, here's the thing, no matter what terminology you use, you're going to offend somebody, so just...
This is true. On the other hand, I will say, as an aspie, I'm not going to take offense if it is being used correctly.
Hey, we're all aspies then.
Is it okay if you people say it?
You people.
Yes. Yes, it's okay if me people say it.
You people.
Yeah. But if other people went around, going, oh, who's my aspie? You're my aspie.
What does that even mean in that context?
If you use it in the context of a rap song, it's okay. But if you just say it on the bus, it's not. It has to be nerdcore rap. It can't be like gangster rap.
Right.
What up, Aspie?
I mean,
Video Statler looks forward to your angry tweets.
one of the criteria for being nerdcore is that you have to say that it's nerdcore. So you could theoretically have gangster rap that is a event.
That's not true at all because MC Chris is regularly like angrily fighting his nerdcore moniker. Like he's like, I'm not nerdcore, but everyone calls him nerdcore.
Nope,
like,
you are.
He says that, but then he
avoid referencing nerdcore. Yeah,
he says that, but then he persists in not only mentioning video games and stuff, but in being white. And
yeah, it's
so
like,
he's going to get.
Like, I'm not nerdcore, but the core of my lyrics revolve around nerdy things. That's
right.
You go, oh.
Yeah.
Hey. My apologies. And then he called.
Well, you know, I've met MC Chris. I found him to be a nice guy, but like I don't think I would describe him as particularly nerdy.
I've met MC Chris several times and would never have described him as a nice guy.
I met him when he was starting out.
Also, yeah, that's when I met him.
And he liked my website at the time.
Now I deal. I see you had something he liked. Now I deal with like his manager, who is the most unprofessional person on earth, and his contract is like one page and riddled with spelling errors. And I mean,
how?
Like last summer, I was dealing with him, and it's like, did you like? You don't even need money to fix this problem. Like, look this over real quick. Throw a spell check at this bitch.
Like, how does that even? How do you do that? How do you get away with like? Even most web browsers have that now.
I'll tell you what, though. That's why MC Frontalot ended up at Circle CityCon. Because I was like, I'm like, there's too many turnoffs with this MC Chris deal. I'm not doing this. No, this isn't. Yeah. And I liked MC Chris. Like, I've been a fan of his music forever. Like, and I still didn't book him. That's like how bad the situation was. Like, I wanted him to be there, and I could not in good conscience go through with it.
About 100 years ago, I actually ran a fan site for the show C-Lab 2021 when that was on.
How most of us found out about MC Chris.
And yeah, so I ended up seeing a couple of shows he did in town. That's me dropping a pile of crap. But yeah, he recognized me from the site and like thanked me for it and stuff. So like yeah, I found him to be polite. But yeah, I haven't like booked him for things, so I don't know.
I think a lot of the times when I met him, he was just in a bad mood for one reason or another, and he's also shy and depressed, and so like it comes off as a dick. Like I understand that.
Perhaps.
Yeah, see that. Hesh, one of the most understated cartoon characters of all time.
Yeah.
Hesh was the best.
It was pretty good.
So, who all's excited about Hope?
Very.
I am.
Is the CFP open yet?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, send
why
in
have
your
you
pleas for CF.
I'll send you the link and the details, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll get that in post haste. I didn't. Do they require an outline? What do they require?
It's pretty simple. Let me bring it up.
Okay.
Let me bring it up.
Yeah, it should be on the site.
Conveniently, it is one of Chrome's suggestions.
Hope.net/speakers. What do you know?
Yep. Call for participation, blah, 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 fresh ideas, blah, blah, blah.
So,
list of topics. Email your proposal to that address. Include a proposed title and abstract. Provide enough information so it is clear why Hope attendees would find your topic interesting, new, and relevant. Okay. Also include a brief biography. Most speaker and panel sessions are allotted 55 minutes, including time for Q&A.
All right. You and DarkSim shoot me a biography.
Yep.
I will type up the abstract, and I'll just throw it in that Google Doc and tell you guys, and then once we agree on everything, I'll submit it.
Yep, sounds good.
Which,
unless you think one of you has more pull.
Well, I can lean on people, but you know, that involves me like going around with a baseball bat.
Right. Okay.
I don't think that's called leaning. I'm just saying. I think that's.
It is. It is.
I mean,
it's the way the mob used to lean on people.
Yeah. Because all right.
I think there are technically more accurate terms for
yes, there are.
What a baseball bat is.
I've been going to Hope longer than any other con. I've been going to Hope longer than most people, and like I've been going to Hope longer than like most of the core staff, and it's also the one con I've never gotten accepted to speak at.
Which Hope was your first?
To H2K.
Mine as well.
Yeah, I've not met anyone aside from like Emmanuel who went to any before the H2K.
And I definitely know some people who have, but I just barely missed going to Beyond Hope in '97 because I couldn't get the time off work.
I think Rhodey did. Was he one of them? I know he's been
I think so.
In the '90s. Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah. Well, so we'll get that talking. So we're doing a TSA keys panel.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah,
and it'll be really cool.
It's going to be myself, Johnny, and Darksim all together.
Night Owl, have we met in real life?
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Yeah, I mean,
you were on my show last year.
You guys both hang around Radio Statler, so I'm sure that you definitely cross paths on several occasions. Which, speaking of proposals,
are you gonna propose?
I've been waiting for this moment.
No. Nick God actually wants to put together, I guess, some kind of panel for Radio Statler, because I guess we have been around kind of a while, but I don't know what all that would actually entail.
Yeah, we'd have to actually have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you good guidelines for getting a panel accepted. I just got a panel accepted in Nashville.
Yay!
Nice. Like cons are, especially cons that give you free badges for panels, are super wary of accepting panels.
Does Hope give free badges for panels? I thought that was not a thing.
Generally, yeah.
I thought you just paid for a badge, always, period.
That's why the Phone Losers panel was always like 90 people, because everybody got a free badge.
Yeah, we even had a song to that effect in one of our Phone Losers panels, which was trumpeting the fact that we all just got into Hope for free.
Yeah. And they clearly weren't like on the DL about it.
Right.
So yeah,
I think that was the year before I joined core staff. So
tip number one: don't acknowledge that your panel is more than 3 people. Like you can bring those other people up later. You know, when you actually like go to do the panel, you'll be like, oh yeah, we need 5 microphones or whatever. But like, if it looks like you're doing 5 people just to get 5 badges in, like it's really hard to justify needing 5 people on a panel, especially if your talk's only an hour. Because that's really the time frame to talk, and you're like, really, do all 5 of you people have a unique viewpoint that needs to be discussed? I mean, really?
Well, I'll say that can be an asset depending on the talk and the qualifications of the people. You can get like 5 really dazzling people to talk about.
Sure, but then you have to discuss that in your abstract. You have to
right.
What I would do for Radio Statler is maybe do just a bullet point of like we'll be discussing as Radio Statler's evolution throughout the years as a staple or whatever, and then just do like bullet points of the years like. 2012 will be just 2012. We did the following, and 3 bullet points, and then 2014, and then 3 bullet points, and just make them really interesting. The bullet points could be like 2-3 sentences each, even. So if you throw it on a good, solid abstract that makes it look like, wow, these people do have a lot of content and a lot of hope-related information. For sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. Yeah, and I'll help you with that panel if you want. Not a problem. I already bought my home ticket, so I don't even need.
Yeah, I already
already
bought my ticket, so.
Like, I think that would be one of the things, too, is that I think probably all of us have already bought our tickets, so we're not doing it for free tickets.
And you know what? You can even put that in the abstract and be like, and we've already bought our tickets, so we're definitely not doing this just to get in for free. We actually do care.
You could. I mean, the tickets are transferable, so if you do get a talk accepted, you can always bung your tickets on eBay or something.
I've never seen any.
It's still, I'm willing to go and spend the money to get in regardless.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we're showing up. We're already, like, we're
going to be there.
Last year I got a staff badge. Like, that's not, like...
Well, actually, hold on. Let me get this out.
Like, I've taken over a week off already, and that just got accepted today. I was like, yes! I'm going to New York.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, now my Hope Badge collection.
Oh, Jesus.
You keep them separate, or do you only go to Hope?
Oh, I've got a Hope Badge collection. I've got a ShmooCon badge collection going now.
Is ShmooCon worth it? Like,
it's a great time. It's a great time.
I've never had a great time at Shmoon.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm just there working for Tool, so I don't actually attend any of the talks. I get like half an hour or so over the course of the weekend where I like browse the vendor and recruiter area, and then I go back to the lockpick village. And then like all of the stuff that I actually really get to interact with everyone outside of the confines of me running, helping Tool run the vendor table, run contests, whatever, is all LobbyCon stuff. Where, I mean, this year...
Like any con that broadcasts its videos on YouTube, you're going to talk, you're wasting your time. That's time you could have been spent doing something productive socially. It's how you get a new job, etc. I don't like that the recruiters there, and I know that's the nature of just being in DC, but like the recruiters there they all have government.
Yeah. I mean, it's all like
work for the government, and they're like, nope. All right, well,
it's all like Booz Allen, Hamilton, and the NSA. Although I did love last year when the NSA kept leaving their booth unattended.
Why would you do that?
And so for like half a day, the EFF took over their table. And then apparently Lady Merlin from Tool actually has like an NSA shirt, and she was wearing it one day, and she was just standing around near the table waiting for them to come back, and they come back and start giving her dirty looks.
If you're getting dirty looks from the NSA at a HackerCon, you know you're doing something right.
Did you see pictures of her going through TSA with my TSA Keys shirt on?
Yes.
Because I have not. You can.
I am actually.
Point me where those are.
I'll talk to her and see if I can get some.
You keep saying she has them, and then I don't ever see them.
Yeah. No, I'll send her a thing.
I can send her a thing too. I just don't.
Well, yeah, but we're working on some other stuff actually that was born out of the ShmooCon lobby. Like Sunday night, we were all.
That's
drinking.
what I'm talking about. That's where it goes.
Yeah, that's where all the fun stuff is. But I mean, we were sitting around playing poker and drinking liter after liter of bourbon, and.
I will say, if you don't get to a lot of cons, like if you're stuck on the East Coast, then go to ShmooCon.
Yeah, I mean that's me. That's me. It's
right.
I can't really make it south of DC.
At all?
Well, in terms of just expense, it's much more difficult for me to go anywhere further south of DC, especially because I don't have a car and I don't drive.
What about North Carolina?
Oh, hey. Oh,
that might be a possibility, but it would have to be.
What's going on in North Carolina?
CarolinaCon.
CarolinaCon.
It's going to be a huge reunion this year. A ton of us are going. Like, it's been kind of dwindling the past few years, and like this year, all like the core people who used to make it great have all just been like, man, let's go back, and so we're all going. It's going to be amazing.
When is it?
End of February?
You know, I need an excuse to use a shit ton of my time off before it expires.
Yeah, me and Babs will be there. Dr. Tran's going. You know Tree Fort? Evan Booth?
You should just assume that I don't know anybody.
The terminal cornucopia guy, the guy who makes bombs in airport terminals.
Yeah, you still no.
No?
Like, I stay at home. I go to Hope. I go to MagFest. It's about me. That's all I got. Like that's.
Well, I was expecting.
I don't get out much.
Terminal cornucopia. Yeah, I'm gonna put a link to it because it's hilarious.
Okay. We have a visitor, by the way, and also apparently, like, it says we're broadcasting, but apparently none of this is streaming live.
Weird.
Okay. Which is really weird that we've got this Chinese broadcaster.
Hello, visitor. Hi.
Hello, visitor.
Oh, that's a good one.
This is a good doodle.
Yeah. I like it. Now, is that Photoshop or?
I don't know what that is.
China shop. Oh.
Oh.
Sai tool. SAI tool.
Oh.
Cool.
Cool.
Snazzy.
It is pretty nice looking.
Yeah, I like it.
What do we got here?
Well, got some more doodling going on.
Well, it's not me, I can tell you that.
I put the link to Terminal Cornucopia in the chat.
I'll have to check this out.
Yeah.
I like it when we just get random people.
It is always much more fun that way.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, did you invite the internet again?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
How much time?
I retweeted the tweet, but
You could always retweet the tweet.
I don't know. What time did we start?
We started at 8:12 Eastern, so
okay. So we got like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
By my clock, anyway. But you know, you can't trust my clock. I might have done something to it. But let's see.
11 a.m.
Somehow at HopeX, I ended up with a staff badge, a speaker badge, a staff badge, an attendee badge, and a press badge.
How the fuck did you get a press badge?
At what con?
HopeX.
Oh, because I did that at Circle City Con. I had.
There. I also managed to lift one of security's little badge reference cards.
Oh,
we were looking for that.
I got the badges like.
My little volunteer tag. And that's all in a little envelope with my Hope number 9. Oh, that's where that patch went. Okay.
And I just realized why I was not seeing Radio Statler on my Twitter feed. Embarrassing. All fixed.
Tisk tisk.
Did you piss off Radio Statler and get blocked?
No, I don't.
No, we implemented the block bot. We didn't tell anybody.
I don't.
There you go.
I don't follow usually because I don't understand following because it doesn't make any sense. Because I put everything in lists, and you can put users in lists without following them. So I don't understand why you need to follow. Like following doesn't do anything. So I have all my.
Well, if you're using lists to accomplish that, then yeah.
What else would you use lists for?
You can also count yourself as one of the very few people using lists.
I don't know what people use lists for because I don't use lists.
They're for filters, so you can get individual streams of different kinds of information.
I don't really use Twitter, so I don't know what any of this is.
See, the thing is that, here's the thing. The big difference with following is that following allows you added communication options for people who have certain privacy protections.
You're right. Yeah.
So like you can't DM someone, or most people, if they don't want just every random jackass on Twitter DMing them, will turn on only allow followers. you can restrict being tagged in photos to only people who follow you.
Twitter does photo tagging now?
Yeah, they have for a bit.
So what's the difference between all of the social media platforms now?
There is no difference.
Spelling.
Nothing.
Character limit.
Except Twitter's about to
For the
change.
moment.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
But
Darko
at the moment, character limit and how willing they are to steal your photos and use them as advertising.
Go ahead. I would love.
Well, I mean,
would
for your
love to
photos.
use my photos to advertise.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what people would use my photos to advertise.
There's probably people that would use my photos if I posted them on Twitter.
I mean, I'm not sure I've ever seen any of your photos.
Oh, I can share those with you offline.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, like, my photos are, with very few exceptions, like me picking a lock and me packing my ridiculous survival kits for hope.
Yeah. My photos are random idiocy, and even when I do intend them to advertise things for myself, it never really explodes to any degree. So I don't know what anyone else could find success using this daft old face with for.
Never blow it up.
I mean, I maybe my face would be useful in advertising as a before photo.
Before what, we still don't know.
Pretty much anything. Don't be like this poor schlub. Use our product.
Some Sarah McLachlan music behind you.
There you go.
The arms of an angel.
For just 25 cents a day, you could feed this boy.
How the hell did I get looped into a whole conversation about proton fusion on Twitter?
Because they
Hanging out with
figured out
Ghostbusters again.
with the that heat dissipation problem with the turbulence inside the fusion chambers.
Okay.
Or at least they haven't figured out how to deal with the problem, but they finally figured out what the problem is.
Well, that's still an improvement.
Yeah, because they found out the problem is that there's two types of turbulence that then cause turbulence with each other, and that's where the problem is occurring. And so they can at least start addressing that. Yeah.
So somehow this all started off with something about deuterium? I don't know.
It usually does.
Yeah, it's usually.
It's just I get home after being on the subway, so I wasn't getting any connectivity, and I come home to 50 notifications, and apparently it was mostly this extremely long, involved conversation about fusion, and I have no idea how I got looped into it. It's like, yeah.
Where maybe they're talking
Seven-
about the old Adobe Cold Fusion development.
No, because they're talking about deuterium as a neutron moderator and Mark 7 atomic warheads.
Wow.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Because you're not on
what else are you going to talk about, right?
Right.
So our visitor has hightailed it out of here, but was apparently so him being at 11 a.m. means he's in Tokyo that time band. For your awareness, I googled that.
I'm racist. Gotta get rid of some of this stuff.
But,
Okay. Now I know where it happened.
so I'm still really confused as to why apparently none of our stuff is broadcasting. It says it's broadcasting, but if
It
you
says.
go, it says we're live, but it's not really.
The machine lies.
Apparently.
Let's see. What happens if I open the view link for YouTube in an incognito window?
Yeah, I tried that. I tried switching to an
It
entirely
says it
different
hasn't
browser.
started yet. That's
Yep.
strange.
Distressing, I think, would be the word that I would use for it.
Well,
I'm distressed by the
it's
notion.
not like we get. It's not like we get a ton of live viewers anyway.
We really don't, like at all.
But if it doesn't realize that it's supposed to be broadcasting, is it recording?
My theory is that it should be recording. My hope is that it's going to be recording.
Because, if it's not, we're going to have to remember everything we said for the past hour and say it over again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that'd be a mess.
I mean, about as much of a mess as we have now. What are you doing, Johnny?
I'm building
Making noise.
Oh, you're building a desk. Yeah, that'll do it.
He's building his next house that he's moving into.
This is like your house, right?
Yeah, why? What? What?
Like you
Like I just snuck in here?
no, like you bought as opposed to
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We're starting a rumor about you, Johnny. It's that you secretly break into unoccupied houses and build furniture.
Exactly. You're the furniture fairy.
I wish
Yes.
that thing that existed and that I would be a victim of.
Bringing squatting back and doing it with style.
Hey, if I was in the area,
That's like reverse squatting because instead of fucking up your furniture, they're
I'm
making
going to break in and make everything awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if I was in your area, I would totally just show up and build furniture because I get bored and I enjoy that. But I'm not.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, everyone's like, oh, why would you ever offer to go, it was like, oh, I fucking hate building IKEA stuff. I'm like, it's the best. It's like adult Legos.
It is. It's awesome. Yes.
It's adult Legos that you then get use out of.
So when you're a house guest somewhere and you ask your host if they want you to make the bed in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, if they just left out the frame and some
Right. Just leave the parts and that one odd size Allen wrench that's completely non-standard.
Hey, does anybody want?
It's standard. It's just metric.
It's not.
Maybe that's just the one that goes with my desk.
So, some of them are, but some of them are not. It's like a weird half size where it's halfway between an imperial and a metric size.
Probably do it to corner the market on
Yes.
giving away free tools at the service desk.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I should do. I should round up all of my old IKEA built-in Allen wrenches, and I'll just give them away randomly to people at the info desk at Hope this year.
There'll be door prizes.
Yep.
Anyone
Spooky door
want
prizes.
clock kit?
What?
They're like clock guts. It's like the hands and the motor and.
Oh yeah.
I got 15 of them.
Why?
Do you want us all to get arrested and dragged out of school like Ahmed Mohammed?
Because I was going to give them out at DerbyCon, but they didn't show up in time. So now they're here. So if anybody wants these, I can send
Give them away at CarolinaCon.
Yeah. I mean, I'll happily take crap off of your hands, but I think
sure.
giving it away.
It's an annoying thing to pack into like a backpack to take on an airplane. Like it's this big.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been meaning to get a bunch of those, actually. I have a bunch of old hard disks that I want to shell and then take the platters out and then put those.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I want to make that shit into a clock. Which actually, my grandfather actually did that as promotional, where he took CDs and made those into clocks.
Yeah, these are worth some CDs. Yeah. CDs are nuts.
This is my drink coaster, which I made out of a hard drive platter. Just stuck cork to the back.
Nice.
I have a couple of these lying around.
Was that the one that I left on my desk at the library?
No, this is one that I got from someone else who assures me that there's nothing incriminating left on it. So in case I ever get my drink coaster seat.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, that's what I. Until we got some dental mirrors, whenever I had to work on the rack KVM unit there, I had it like hanging on a push pin above my desk to use the mirror to see what was going on behind me. And then when we needed to do work on the rack, where we had to like reach behind a unit that would like pull out, and we had to like check the connectors in the back of the thing, I'd grab that and my flashlight. Worked well.
Yeah. And this is MC Chris's signature on my C-Lab Season 1 DVD. Gotten at a show of his in like 2004.
I have never responds to that. All of my autograph stuff is packed up. I have we don't call him. I'm trying to obfuscate this. I have Richard Stephen Horvitz's phone number.
Okay.
Done many character voices, and he butt dialed me from an airplane. And so now I keep his number saved in case he ever butt dials me again. I don't know it's him. If I ever need like Invader Zim to tell someone happy birthday.
There you
He
go.
butt dialed you from the airport, so you got it covered.
I don't generally collect a lot of autographs, but those of you who haven't yet signed my massive copy of the Best of 2600 in hardcover might have to do so at the next Hope.
Even though we have nothing to do with 2600.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's you know, I never had my yearbook signed in school, so I'm making up for it now.
Maybe that's something we should do. We should do a project of like hacker yearbook.
Oh yeah, keep it in the booth.
I actually wanted to set up like a phone booth that had like a kiosk in it, so that people could report stuff for the last for.
Well, you don't want like just random signing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want actual like specific people.
Everyone is specific, Johnny.
Yeah.
Or like, do you want randos? Do you want like anyone who's ever attended Hope to sign?
Well, there are a lot of pages in the book.
There are. Actually, that reminds me. I really need to get around to actually finishing those like 3 articles that I promised Emmanuel.
Is the Best of 2600 really just every 2600 in a big?
Oh no.
No, they were a long time combing through articles to select the best ones, but I think it was doing that and going through it, which I think inspired them to finally get everything together to get on Kindles and such.
Yeah, I have an archive of all but 6 issues, and it takes up a lot more space than the best of book. Or even the best of and the letters to the editor book.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I have.
So the old copies that you get that are digitized, are those? Do those have those been OCR'd? Like they have the digital text as well, or is it just?
As
just
I understand
images,
it, and
right?
No, it's not just scanned. Everything's been properly digitized into actual digital text, and I think reformatted to some extent for the digital medium.
Okay.
Which is why it actually takes time to do. It's not just like scans of the pages.
Yeah, no, I thought I remember seeing that they were having issues with that. That actually used to be, that was a thing that I did for money, was digitization of paper.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have that shit figured out, then I'm not gonna go hassle.
Yeah. No, I don't think the process was without its hiccups, but they got a decent, I think, workflow going with that.
Yeah, it can be really rough, but
especially with some of the articles with like pages and pages of code.
Yeah.
We used to copy that out of there, man. We used to type that code.
Oh yeah. Hey, I used to type basic programs out of like Family Computing magazine for hours on end. Save them on your audio cassette.
Didn't Neo do a whole project of typing in some?
Is that over with now?
Still doing it. Oh, it was the old Atari game.
Yeah, it was
yes,
something from an old Atari or Commodore thing, and he found like the OCR, like the non-OCR'd pages.
Yeah.
And he was typing them by hand. Yes, that was it. That was it.
Good stuff.
It's a crazy amount of effort.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
that's what he does.
It is now 9:18 Eastern Time, which means we can just fuck off now if we want to.
Oh,
How should we fuck off?
I got nothing to do. Although, maybe not on air.
All right, we can stop broadcasting. I guess we can give our viewers a break.
Yes.
This is such a popular podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
night
I
out
watch
there
every
in
episode.
Internet land.
Well,
All
I
right.
will just one last time encourage everyone, including those present, to submit your talks and projects for Hope. Go to hope.net
Absolutely.
and find the info because, yeah, we'd rather you submit something than not submit something.
Okay, well then, tell them to accept our panel.
Yes, that too. Please accept my panel.
And the Radio Statler panel.
That too. Accept all of our panels.
Yes.
We're just going to start slapping our name on things that we think are worthy topics, and you should just, accept those without any sort of critical examination.
Exactly.
Radio Statler the Flamethrower.
I'd buy it.
What's the problem there?
I've got no problem with it. I think that's awesome.
Merchandising, where the money from the podcast is made.
Yes, all of the negative dollars that it's gained.
Yes.
All right. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus if you're into that weird shit, and on IRC if you're into that weird shit.
Yeah. Some extra weird shit.
Do I got ops on IRC? Let's see.
Do you have ops? I don't know, man.
I don't. Why don't I have ops on the Radio Statler channel?
Bitch it. Somebody who can give you that? I only have half ops, man. Don't look at me.
Dude, I'm a manager. ATG is half ops, and nobody's. Who the fuck is Polly?
Polly's a bot. Jesus Christ.
Why
All
does
right.
Bob have ops?
Kill
and I
the
don't?
bot! Kill the bot!